Hello everyone, this is Pam SD with Pam SD Mini Costuming. So I am a lot farther on Little Top. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been going on the inside, where I'm at, what I'm going to do to finish, that kind of thing. I'm going to move the camera down here just a little bit. Okay, so you can see there's a nice little overlap right here. So I can put buttons. Buttons are on order. And this is the finished tiny little baby doll sleeve. This one over here is unfinished. I'll flip it over. You can see I still have my strings here so that I can gather it once I've done the side seam. That's how I did the other one. I'm going to take this off real quick. Ease that off. The really great thing about this figure is her arms actually do come off, so that would make putting this on the figure a lot easier, but we're gonna ease that down and then pull it off. I'm gonna talk about what's going on the inside in here. Oop, looky there. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this inside out, push the sleeve back out so that we are, there we go. Okay, so the lining is some nice satin with a iron-on base. You can see a little bit sticking out here. So I put the lightest fuse I could find on it so that it didn't make it too stiff. I went back and top stitched by hand all of this lining on so that I get a nice flat finish. And then under here you can also see that I tacked down by hand the collar so that it lays nice and flat. All of that, so you can see the stitching across here too, where I just hand tucked it. That way this collar lays really well. That's why I'm getting a flat stitch. Also in here, you can see where I take a nice little gather, and then with a needle I pulled all of the strings back through and tied them off. All of these edges I would normally use my serger to finish, but instead I used oh dang, my brain just went completely blank, but that happens. I used fray check on the edges here to make sure all of this stays so that I don't get any fraying. You can see that this printable fabric will actually bleed just a little bit, so you got to be really careful how far it goes in so that you can keep your seams nice and small. So there's my little teeny tiny side, and the back. Sleeves came out really nice. I'm kind of happy with this. Still have to figure out how I'm going to gather the waist, so let's push that back in. My next video I'll talk about the finishing, but I'm going to lay this out nice and flat right here. So here we go. Lining, I still have lots of little threads to trim, tons of work left to do, but for the most part I'm getting the shape I was looking for. And it fits the figure over the top of the other shirt, which is important. And there's my little strings for gathering that. So things are coming along. You can see that this hem is not even, but I'll fix that when I do it. I think I'm going to use elastic thread across the front and into the back, that all the way across the back and back to the front again, so that I can drawstring it on the side once I get this last side seam put together. That way it's easier to get on and off the figure, and it'll have that little bit of give in the back. So that's how things are going, and I hope you have a great week. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer. Thank you.